The man who leads a large portion of Santos's congressional district and has called for him to resign, the Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, who I will note, of course, is a Republican. County Executive Blakeman, I appreciate your time. So, you heard from Santos voters there, many of whom were saying he does need to resign. One of them saying, quote, "I don't think I can trust him," which, sort of saying the obvious here. But should his voters make Congressman Santos reconsider his vow to not step aside?
Well, you heard George Santos say that he's been honest his whole life. I mean, this guy is delusional. To lie about such fundamental things and one lie after another makes me very, very reticent to have any dealings with him whatsoever, and I will not have any dealings with him. The fact of the matter is, how can I entrust him with information? How can I trust him talking about important issues such as the environment, public health, economic development, public safety, infrastructure? This is not somebody that I can deal with on a day-to-day basis because I don't believe a word he has to say. His fabrications were outrageous, and I'm not going to deal with somebody that I can't trust.
As you say, and as Miguel pointed out in his piece, they touch every aspect of his existence, right? The volleyball team, his mother's death, his grandparents, his religion, his job, everything. But let me play a little bit more for you what he said today about all these calls for him to resign, right? Here's his response.
I'm going to outwork any of the pundits and talking heads that are out there saying that I should resign, that I'm unfit for office. The reality is, and the case in point here being is, I'm a workhorse. I've worked my whole life. I've lived an honest life. I've never been accused of any bad doing.
I should say he has been charged with embezzlement in Brazil, so he has been accused. So even that doesn't add up, County Executive Blakeman. But you hear him; he's lived an honest life. How do you even square that
I've
circle?
never been accused of anything. He said he just told another lie. He said, "I've never been accused of anything." We know that he's been accused of crimes in Brazil. We know that he's been untruthful. We don't know where his money came from. He said he's worked hard all his life. Where? Where did you work? Because it certainly wasn't for Goldman Sachs or Citigroup.
Well, that's true, right? Point taken. So Kevin McCarthy, though, has been backing him. Not at all publicly saying what you're saying. He says he won't tell Santos to resign because the voters elected him. And for 2 days in a row, McCarthy has specifically said this about Congressman Santos. Here he is.
He's going to have to build the trust here, and he's going to have the opportunity to try to do that. He's got a long way to go to earn trust.
Okay, but the implication there is there's a road that he could earn that trust. What do you say to that?
Well, America is a very compassionate and forgiving country, and there is a road back for George Santos. It starts with his resignation. It starts with him getting help for his deep emotional issues. And it starts with him trying to rebuild his life, not on lies, but on substance. If George Santos was to do that, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, who knows, he could have a productive career in the private sector, the public sector. But so long as he sits in Congress and stains that institution, I don't see him being able to rehabilitate himself. And I don't think he's going to get a second chance. And I think what you just saw today was more lies. The guy doesn't know how to tell the truth.
County Executive Blakeman, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.